Hey bud, welcome to my first deck profile. So I had a lot of fun doing the box openings. It was actually really cool. We got some really nice cards out of it, some of the stuff I was looking for, and I thought I would give a little bit more of this a try and do some, just do a quick deck profile. This was a deck I was playing right before everything kind of got shut down, so I thought I'd show it off a little bit and some of the changes I've made to it since the new Master Rule hit. So today I'm going to be doing a deck profile of Shaddoll Invoked. Alright, to start off, it's kind of obvious. I'm going to be doing 3 Alistair the Invoker. This is your best normal summon, gets you your invocation, kind of sets up a lot of your stuff. It's a really good card. Then we're going to do 3 for Shaddoll Windy. This card was actually really good for Shaddolls when it first came out. It's a really nice card. Sent it to the graveyard, you get another Shaddoll face down, so you can kind of set something that you need, or you can set it for the Shaddoll play, where you banish your construct, you summon it back with Cross Sheep. It's a really nice play. Was using it a lot to help set up boards of like Mechaba, Windy, to really lock my opponents out of the game. Then I play 3 Shaddoll Squamata. Excuse the mixed rarities here. I am trying to get a couple more ultra rares for these. And then I also play 3 Shaddoll Hedgehog, 2 Shaddoll Beast, 1 Shaddoll Aerial, 1 Quad Shaddoll, I think it's Cad Shaddoll Chaos, I'm not sure, and then 1 Shaddoll Dragon for popping back row. That's all I really play for the Shaddoll engine. I think the best part about it is probably just having the ability to be able to get different Shaddoll monsters out. Quad Shaddoll Chaos is one that I may actually cut, just because its only functionality is just to be a level light for Construct, although I feel now with the new Master Rule, it's a lot easier to get Construct out with this deck, just because you can go into the Secure Garden play really easily and then have that light availability, and then you can still use the light monster for Mechaba later. And then I play a very small Performage engine, and that's just going to be Performage Damage Juggler and Performage Trick Clown. This is just to help get lights into the hands for Construct. And then I play, I guess, 6 hand traps. So I play 2 Nibiru and 2 Ash Blossom. And then I also play Infinite Impermanence, but you'll see that later. For our spell lineup, I'm going to be playing 3 Magical Meltdown. This just helps get your starters out. This just helps get your Alistair, helps kind of start your plays. It also protects all your fusion summons. So it's a really good card. Then for my fusion spells, I play 2 Invocation. I am picking up a 3rd one. A buddy of mine actually has a German Invocation that I'm probably going to pick up from him. Then I play 3 Shaddoll Fusion. This card is awesome. It kind of gets everything going. It's kind of why they reference everything as like a Shaddoll fusion for your deck. It's one of the, I believe it was one of the first cards to allow you to fusion summon from the deck, sending cards from there. Amazing going second, just so you can just throw anything you need to into the graveyard, is really good value off that card. Then I play 3 El Shaddoll Fusion. Really nice for getting Winda, or if somebody's trying to get your Winda off the board, you flip this, you make another Winda. Just a pretty good card for the deck. Allows you for more fusion support. And then 3 Super Polymerization. This card is actually like excellent in this deck. Being able to use it for both going first and going second, and not having to put like a whole bunch of like super poly targets into the deck itself. Because you have the Winda, you have a Construct, you have the, I guess not the Aquilon, but you do have the Invoked monsters as well, that just take like a light and a fire and a dark and like whatever other Invoked monsters that you're putting in. Super Polymerization is just like a nice blowout card that you can actually use if you don't have like the El Shaddoll Fusion or the Shaddoll Fusion in your hand. And then for some 1-ups that I play 1 Terraforming. This is just to get your Magical Meltdown. In the side deck, I was playing a Mystic Mine just because a lot of decks at that time were just not, they just didn't have an out. Game 1 for Mystic Mine, I decided to take it out. I'm not a fan of Mystic Mine. I thought putting it in the side deck may be a little bit better just because games 2 and 3, if they see this deck is really just trying to do more things with, just trying to get monsters on the board to create a lock, it'll take out some back row, then you can throw it out Mystic Mine, and they really don't have an out for it. So it's just a thought. 1 mind control. This in case you lose the die roll. It's an easy card to side out if you know you're end up going to go first. If you do lose game 1 and you want to go first and kind of want to set up your board, but it's really nice drawing into if you do lose the die roll and you are going second. 1 Foolish Burial just to send pretty much anything you need to the graveyard, and then 1 Lightning Storm. I do not want to lose to a back row deck game 1, and I do not want to lose to Mystic Mine game 1, so that is why this is in here. And then for our trap cards, we play 2 Infinite Permanence. This kind of rounds out the 6 hand traps for us. Infinite Permanence is just an excellent card right now. You can set it, negate a column, spell a trap card in that column. You can play it from hand, you don't control anything else. And then 1 Shaddoll Incarnation. This is just for, you can keep looping back some of your Shaddoll monsters, or you can banish this with another Shaddoll, or with another Shaddoll, and then flip a face-up monster on the field, or I believe you can actually flip a face-down monster, or a face-up monster into face-down, so that way you can flip it back up to get its effects off. I really just use this card with, I think it was Shaddoll Ariel, just to get her effect off with the whole Cross Sheep combo. But that's it for the main deck, so we'll move on to the extra deck. Alright, so for the extra deck, obviously we're going to be playing 2 Shaddoll Construct. I'm debating on getting ultimate rares for these, because they do look really good. We play 1 Shaddoll Apkallone. Excellent card. Being able, if this card goes to the graveyard, being able to get a Shaddoll card from your deck or your graveyard is really valuable, since your other Shaddoll monsters only get Shaddoll spell and trap cards from your graveyard. So it was kind of something new they introduced when they brought out Apkallone, which was super valuable to the deck. Then we played 2 Shaddoll Winda. This card's pretty self-explanatory, I think. It's basically get Winda on the board, lock them out of the extra deck, can't be destroyed by card effects, so you have to get over it by battle, or you have to use like a non-targeting send, or excuse me, you can use a targeting send or a banish, but you cannot destroy it by card effects. Then we play 3 Invoked Fusions, so Invoked Mechaba, Invoked Caliga, and Invoked Purgatrio. The Invoked Caliga is just for the Winda Caliga lock. You can also end on the Invoked Mechaba. With Winda, it's really hard to get out, because then they only get 1 normal summon and 1 special summon, and whatever they try to special summon, you kind of get over. If they have like a Lightning Storm or anything, the only thing that's kind of hard in this deck for Mechaba to negate is trap cards. So if you do set up a decent board and they evenly match you, it's a little bit hard to kind of, it's really hard to just like kind of break that or beat that, just because you normally don't have trap cards in your hand in this deck. Then for our Link monsters, we play 2 Link ones, and that's going to be Secure Gardna and Salamangreat Almirage. This is obviously just for your Alistair normal summons, so you go to Almirage and you go to Secure Gardna, and then you have fodder for both Construct and Mechaba. Then I play 3 Link 2s that all deal with kind of fusion effects. That's going to be Cross Sheep, Alistair the Invoker, and Predaplant Verte Anaconda. So for these, I kind of really wanted to try Verte Anaconda in this deck, just because it has the ability to send like a Super Poly, it has the ability to send Shaddoll Fusion, Shaddoll Fusion. It can't send Invocation because I believe it has to have Fusion in its name to be able to activate. The biggest thing is that you have to remember that you cannot special summon monsters after you use that effect. So it's good to kind of use Predaplant Verte Anaconda as a part of that fusion summon, so you're not leaving the Anaconda up on the field. Alistair the Invoker is really nice just to get another invocation in your hand. Cross Sheep is also pretty valuable for the deck, just being another extender to get the level 4 out for just another fusion play to keep extending your plays. And then I play 2 Link 4s, and that is Boral Sword for your OTKs and Appaloosa for your first turn negates. If you want to set up like an Appaloosa window, that's really strong. Normally you can set up 3 negate Appaloosa with a window, and it's pretty hard to break that unless you're going to be playing like some back row removal, or not back row removal, things like Lightning Storm or Evenly Matched, which are a little bit more prevalent in this game now just because of the emergence of a lot of different combo decks that now are into the meta just because of Master Rule 5. But I feel like this deck kind of keeps up and it's able to lock some of those decks out just being able to go first. And it has the potential to break boards going second. Being able to get Construct out and Purgatorio and things like that for building up OTKs and Boral Sword. So I feel like the deck has some good consistency both going first and going second. Alright, that's it for the first deck profile. I really have a lot of fun with these different types of fusion decks. The next deck I'm probably going to do is going to be another fusion deck that is a fan favorite, so I'm really looking forward to it. It's actually a favorite deck of mine. But leave me some comments on things that I can, different decks I can do, different things I can try. Like the video and subscribe. Give me some feedback, and I'll see you later, bud.